Hachette Audio presents The Folly of Realism, How the West Deceived Itself About Russia and Betrayed Ukraine. Written by Alexander Vindman. Read by Alexander Vindman and Jacques Roy.
To those killed in the Russia-Ukraine war, may we learn to avoid such tragedies. Introduction. A new way. It cannot be stressed enough that without Ukraine, Russia ceases to be an empire. But with Ukraine suborned and then subordinated, Russia automatically becomes an empire. Zbigniew Brzezinski. At dawn on February 24, 2022, nearly 200,000 Russian troops, having amassed on the Ukrainian border intermittently for almost a year amid denials by the Kremlin of any intention to invade, crossed the border from three bordering compass quadrants, north, east, and south, while Russian forces bombarded Ukrainian targets throughout the country. The invasion was underway. The ensuing Russian war to conquer Ukraine, to reverse the national independence established in 1991, and to subjugate the country to Russian control, supposedly in 3 days, has now gone on for 3 years, and as of this writing, appears likely to continue through most of 2025. Ukraine will take at least 2 years to train and prepare for another major operation following the 2023 counteroffensive. And any new offensive will need to take place on the heels of a mobilization of both personnel and the military-industrial base, with significantly more Western support in both materiel and training. U.S. support, along with a successful 2025 offensive, will put Ukraine in the best position to begin negotiations and wind down Europe's largest war since World War II. But any such success requires the West to cast off the presumptions underlying the repeated missteps of the last 30 years of relations with Russia. As the history presented here will show, Russia's rationalization for mounting the attacks on Ukraine, rationalizations expressed publicly for years by Russia's President Vladimir Putin, even as he denied a desire to conquer Ukraine, involve long-standing Russian delusions and falsehoods regarding the two countries' historic relationship. Putin once famously described the collapse of the Soviet Union as the greatest tragedy of the 20th century. In fact, the greatest tragedy for Russia was the loss of its empire.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?